So this morning, Ellie had her very first piano lesson, and later this afternoon, Jackson is going to have a piano lesson. Are you so excited, buddy? Good, I'm so excited for you. Ellie texted me and told me that she has a story that is gonna blow my mind. How was it?
You are going to die.
I don't wanna die, tell me the story. Wait, first, how was the piano lesson?
Jackson, I did my piano lessons.
You did piano.
And then you are gonna go tonight, and we'll go together.
Yay!
Guys, it was good, and I have a story for you. I have a little anxiety because I still have dreams to this day that the piano teacher told me all the stuff that I needed to practice, and then I got to my lessons and I didn't practice any of them. Or the end of the year came and I had missed all my piano lessons. So that gives me a little anxiety. But she's like, hey, here's your list. I'm like, I can have bad dreams. Jared, are you ready for this story?
I cannot wait to hear what you have to say.
First, she gave me some of her music because I didn't have a lot of music. And she's like, here, use this to practice for now. And then she's like, just to make your mom happy, learn a hymn.
The church music.
So I was like, okay, because that's all the music I knew growing up was church music. So I brought that with me. And she had me sit down and play. And she's like, you're not gonna like this, but I need to know how good you are so we can like figure out where to go.
Yeah, have your bass line.
So I played some music, and then she kept putting sheet music up for me to read, and I'm not good at reading sheet music.
Right. I have learned from Ellie's family that they are so good at playing piano, but sight reading and that sort of thing is very difficult.
Don't treat me like a dog. I can't just sit and do a trick for you. But I did really well.
Good.
And so she gave me some stuff to work on, and then she goes, you know, you don't happen to know a Tammy Mecham, do you?
You stop.
Listen. And I said, no. I know. Listen. I know. And I said, no, I don't know a Tammy Mecham. She goes, oh, wouldn't it have been great if I told you how much I loved this girl and then you actually were related to her? And I said, oh, that would have been sweet. Tammy, because I call her Mom.
Yeah.
I don't call her Tammy, I call her Mom.
Oh
and
my
I said,
God.
my mother-in-law's Tammy, actually. And she goes, oh, and I said, and she lived in Washington, and then she moved to Logan. And she goes, is her husband's name Craig?
Ah!
And I said, yes! And then she got teary-eyed.
Oh.
And she goes, Tammy Mecham to this day is the nicest woman I have ever met. And then I started crying.
I'm tearing up.
And I said, and she goes, Tammy Gibbs, my husband loves. Everyone loves Tammy Gibbs.
Oh my gosh.
They thought she was the most beautiful girl in the school. And then
that's her maiden name is Gibbs.
And she said she really is the nicest woman I've ever met. And I said, and she really is. And that is who Jared is, guys.
That's where I get it from.
Jared is the nicest person in the world.
Oh, that just melts my heart.
So
you have to call my mom.
We're gonna FaceTime your mom. And I said, are you kidding me? I said, when Jackson comes for piano lessons tonight, I'm gonna take a picture of us all.
Oh, that'll be so sweet.
Guys, I just it's a weird timing. Like, when you're a mom, sometimes you feel like you can't go and do what you want because you're busy.
Yeah.
And it feels really good to for me to be like, look, I'm gonna do this right now and I'm gonna work on my talents. And Jackson's wants to do piano, so we're gonna he's giving me my little date on Wednesday.
That's fun, and it's good for you to have time for yourself and have a hobby that's something that you can work on.
Yeah.
I love that, because how many times have I been able to do that kind of stuff in our entire marriage? So much. And you've been like, go take care of the kids.
No, we have our turns, but I am excited.
I'm so happy.
Is that not the cutest story?
I cannot wait to tell Mom. Are you so excited for piano lessons?
That means yes.
Okay, good. So they're going to teach you what notes this is.
This is middle C.
That's right. That's a good starting point. And with piano lessons, you're going to learn all about the basics first. You're going to learn how to play before you learn what to play. Or maybe it's the other way around. You're going to learn what to play before you learn how to play. So you learn what the notes are and what the scales are. Do you know what a scale is?
No.
It's like this. So it goes Yeah, pretty close. You're gonna learn all of the basics before you can like do fun things like this. One thing I want to tell you, it's very important not to get discouraged if you can't play something right away. It takes lots and lots of practice, okay? The more you practice, the better you'll be and the faster you can learn.
You cutie patootie. I had Jackson jump up here. What did you think?
I loved it.
You loved it? We're gonna go home and we're gonna practice. She said if you can practice right after his lesson, it'll help him remember it in his brain. And so we'll go home and we'll practice, okay?
Okay. I practice every week when I get home, and I go to bed at 8.
No. Did you get a later bedtime so you can practice piano? That's awesome!
I know, I said, you know what that means.
Tommy, say it. Tommy, say it. Oh my gosh. No,
He wants
Mommy
to hold it.
Do you want to hold it? Say, I'm done.
And then I feel it.
Tick tock goes the
I can't do it like
You're doing great.
tick tock goes the old clock.
There you go. Good job. Look at his concentration face. That is totally me.
Up, it will not.
Yay!
Listen to the whole story because I know part of it is going to be like, are you dumb, Ellie? And she said, so Mecham, do you know any Tammy Mechams? And I said, no. And she goes, oh, wouldn't it be great if the most kindest woman I know was related to you? And then I was like, oh, my mother-in-law is like the kindest. Oh, her name's Tammy. And she goes, is she married to Craig Mecham? And I said, yes. And then she got teary-eyed. And she goes, I went to high school with Tammy. She probably doesn't even know who I am. She goes, oh, everyone loved Tammy Gibbs. She was just beautiful and nice. She goes, I've never met someone so nice. And tears were in her eyes. And then, of course, I cried too. Can you believe that she's our piano teacher?
No!
Such a small world.
It is. No kidding.
Such a small
That is awesome.
I had to vlog it today because I thought, you guys know I always say Jared's the nicest person. But like, I don't think people realize how kind Mom Mecham and Jared Mecham really are. You know? It's like you guys really are very, very nice people.
Runs in the family.
Thank you.
Well, we wanted to tell you that story because we thought it was too good not to share. Do you know whose smile is my favorite?
Who?
Your smile is my favorite. I love to see your smile. You know that? Hey, I have a question for you.
What?
What did you think about Jackson doing piano lessons? Do you like that he's doing piano lessons?
Yeah.
Do you want to do piano lessons when you're a little older?
No.
You don't?
Because I always do it bad.
Well, that's the whole point, is to learn. One question is, what kind of lessons do you want to do when you're a little older?
Ninja.
Ninja lessons?
Yeah.
You want to learn how to be a ninja?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we can make something like that work. I wanted to ask Calvin that because initially I was worried about what he would think. You know, Jackson's a little older. He has a little bit more freedom because he's a little older, and I want to make sure as a parent that Calvin is obviously taken care of with the things that he wants to do. And so whenever things like this come up, Jackson is like, yeah, I want to do that. And Calvin doesn't necessarily want to. Whether he doesn't want to on his own or even after we've enrolled him in things, he doesn't show the interest. He would rather doing the things that I'm doing. He wants to do things that he wants to do, like build Legos and use his imagination and apparently be a ninja. I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you and I love you. Did you know that, Calvin?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you know that I love you so much?
Yeah.
Do you love me so much?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good night. Good night.
Tommy, say, night, boys.
This night, boys.
We always have Tommy say, good night, boys, to Jackson and Calvin. Say, night, boys.
So start the right hand again.
2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Perfect. Now let's do the lower hand. 2, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4. You picked it up so quick. Okay, 2 more times and we'll do the next song.
2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4.
Good job. Today was your first day of piano lessons. You've practiced. He's begging to practice again before bed. So I think you like it. Are you glad you did it? Do you want to do it again next week?
How are you, buddy?
Good.
Good. I have a question for you.
What?
Do you remember when I asked you what you wanted to do? Do you remember what you said?
Our ninja class.
Yeah, you want to take ninja classes. Well, I have a surprise for you.
What?
I signed you up for ninja classes. Are you excited? Oh, uh-oh, he's passed out. He's passed out. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? Guess what?
What?
You start tomorrow, okay? Your first ninja class is gonna be tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think?
Good.
Good? Give me a hug. I love you so much. Oh!
Sorry.
It's okay. Mwah. I love you. So tomorrow you are gonna do your first ninja class. Does that sound pretty cool? I love you. Should we get the door? Who could it be? Hello, welcome home. How are you?
Yay, McDonald's!
Calvin, what did you do?
Ninja lesson!
He did ninja lessons!
No, it's karate.
It's karate.
That's so fun. This is the second time that he's done it. And what does he think of today?
Oh, Jared.
Yeah, that's
He made a group of friends.
Aww.
They were all rolling on the ground. Calvin started it. What was your favorite part about it? The kick, kick.
Yep.
Punch, punch, kick with your leg.
Just do the punch, punch, and then kick.
That's exactly what he did. Something that Jared and I really wanted to do when we moved was to have Calvin do something special that's just for him. Jackson just started piano lessons and he has been loving it. And Calvin was so good about it that Jackson was going somewhere and he wasn't. And I knew I wanted to get Calvin into something and he kept telling me he wanted to do ninja lessons. Something that I really was grateful for, and I've already told Jackson this, but I'll tell you again. It's pretty cool that your brother's doing ninja lessons. Karate lessons.
Well, because we get some benefits from it already.
And I said, Calvin's gonna go to karate lessons. The moment Calvin came out of his room, Jackson hugged him and said, have fun at karate lessons. And I told Jackson, that makes me feel so good because you could have gotten upset, thrown yourself on the ground, been upset that like you don't get to go do that. But he was happy for him. I was so grateful that he was. And if he wasn't, that's very typical of kid behavior and I would totally understand that. But I was so proud of how he acted and I'm really glad that they both have something individually right now.
I think what's cool about the responses the boys gave about each other's lessons or classes is that while they were happy for each other, I think that's what's like should be encouraged. Like that's what is should be rewarded, is their reaction more so than actually doing those lessons. They were happy for someone else, they were being kind, and that's like what I want to encourage our kids to do, is to be happy and proud for others for their accomplishments.
Even though they don't get to do it.
Exactly, because they want that. It's just the golden rule, do unto others as you would have others do to you, right?
Totally. Do you want to go back to karate next week?
Well, if I pass 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. You want to know what you did?
What?
When he was doing his karate lessons, he looked at me and he went to me. Are you always gonna blow me kisses?
Sometimes.
Even when you're 16?
Yeah.
Promise?
Promise.
We got a pinky on that. You'll blow me kisses when you're 16.
Yeah.
When I was little, I asked my mom if I could have a lagoon pass, and it was to an amusement park because my cousins had one, and she said no, and I knew that that was a lot for me to ask of her because it was not cheap, and I said okay. And then later that night, she said, your reaction was so good, you can have a pass to the amusement park. And then she went and got me one. And I was just like, what? She completely rewarded my good behavior. I was shocked. That was something unlike my parents to do. And it just made me feel so good. It was so memorable. And that is something I would love Jackson to be a part of, is I can see the boys doing karate lessons together and loving it. And they would be in different age groups, and so they could come home and like work on their moves together. But for now, they have their own things for a minute, and I want to keep it that way. But I can see in the future them doing that, and especially with the way they reacted towards each other and how happy they were for each other, it makes me that much more excited for when the day comes that they get to do something together. Should we say goodbye?
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
We will see you in our next video. Don't forget to subscribe. We are documenting our whole house process, and my clothing company, BaliBrand.com, will be in the description. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.